Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm on a journey to create my dream life, and one of my goals for this year was to be vegan for a week. For reference, I've been vegetarian for nearly 2 years now, and I just wanted to see how difficult it would be to make the switch to veganism. I don't actually intend to continue to be vegan once the week is over, but that might change. I don't know, I might really enjoy it. So this is everything I ate as a vegan, and I also wanted to try some specific vegan products like vegan Nutella or vegan Babybels just for funsies. So I'll give you guys my review on that too. Hi, this is day one of being vegan. I woke up and I made some pancakes, which I would usually make with an egg and a bit of honey, but I made a chia egg instead, and I think that worked the same. And then I also made some gut health shots. And then I went to Sainsbury's because I have nothing in my fridge, so I'm going to give you guys a haul of what I got. I then proceeded to tell you about each individual item I bought, like, here are the grapes, but I figured an overview would be slightly more interesting than that. I just had to stop at like 3 stores to try and find something that was vegan and a sweet treat and not extortionate, and I ended up in Marks and Spencer's. That was my best option. I'm just waiting for them to cool down, but they smell really good, so I'm hoping I'm not going to be disappointed. Otherwise I'll be sad. Hi, we're on day 2. Last night I went out for dinner with a friend and I had to check the menu beforehand to make sure there was something vegan on there. And I didn't actually like what I got. The only options seemed to be tofu or mushroom, and I don't like tofu or mushroom, so that was a good start. And then afterwards I just really wanted a sweet treat. I don't know, I just get this thing where if I have dinner I'm like craving a sweet treat instantly. So I went into about 3 different shops, and apart from spending £6 on dairy-free Ben & Jerry's, which might not have even been vegan, I went into M&S because I wanted to try their fresh plant-based cookies. I couldn't find them, but I did get a packet of bake yourself cookies. I also got some Percy Pigs, which are just pure sugar, but it curbed my craving. I just wanted to note that it was difficult. If you're not vegan and you don't have your go-to places and your go-to snacks that you like, suddenly if you craving a cookie, it's like, where do I go? Today's day 2 and I went on a walk. It was about 5 hours. It's a walk, but I don't think it would constitute as a hike either. And I'm ravenous, and I told myself that when I did the walk I could make myself a full English breakfast, like a vegan breakfast. The only thing about this is it makes me just want to crack an egg in there because I feel like that completes the breakfast, but obviously that is not vegan, so we will not be doing that. Mainly because I wanted to try black pudding that was labelled as vegan. I had the Levy bacon as well as the Richmond sausages. They're both vegan and I knew I liked them both, so they were safe choices. The black pudding, however, it said it was just made of like onions and healthy things. Obviously cannot remember what was in them. It freaked me out that they were black. Like, what kind of additives are you adding just for the sake of the colour? And they just like absorbed all the oil and didn't really taste very good. So I'm glad I tried them, but I definitely would not recommend them. The neighbour's listening to TV really loudly, so sorry if you hear that, but I have these 2 freezer drawers and they're both jam-packed full. A lot of this stuff is frozen veggies to make my meal prep meals, so I feel like I fear I have to make a meal prep meal to clear out my freezer. This is celery and potatoes from my lentil soup, and I have some lentils steeping as well as sausages for my breakfast so I don't get hungry. So I think I'm just gonna put some lentil soup on the hob. I've also got onion in here that will, and look how much better that looks. And I should probably have some potato scones with my sausages. This is great. I kind of forget what I've got in my freezer and then I get surprised. Hi, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't filmed every meal just because it was getting a bit repetitive, and also I didn't want to pick up my phone, I just wanted to eat. But I'm gonna give you guys a review of some of the things I've tried that are specifically vegan, starting with the Nutella. Like I said in the last clip, it was great. I'd really recommend it. I'm really surprised at how well people can make vegan chocolate, because I was worried about that. And then this chocolate, as you can tell, very good. It's annoying that vegan things are more expensive. I know there's a reason for that, but it does kind of put you off being vegan if you're also trying to be a bit more responsible with money. I also realised, for me at least, that Morrison's is the best. I just buy from the free from range if I want snacky bits or chocolate. I really like these. The annoying thing is that these are £1.50 and you get 10 biscuits, whereas you can pay like 65p and you get like 15 biscuits that have dairy in them. I understand it's harder to make and all that, but it is annoying, especially for people who don't have a choice, who like physically can't tolerate dairy. It's like, okay. I also bought these. I shared them with my flatmate and she really liked them, so she's bought a new packet. They're the Candy Kittens Disco Dreams. I really like the strawberry candy kittens and the watermelon ones, but these ones kind of taste like Starburst. I was expecting them to be hard for some reason, but they're actually like melty soft. They're really good. I definitely recommend them. At first I was like, my friend was asking me what flavour they were and I'm like, disco, but they're actually just the generic fruit flavours, which makes a lot more sense. Then my flatmate got this cereal to try. It's the one that has loads of protein in it, basically. I really wanted to try this, but I've been putting it off because it's quite expensive, but I thought it would be good for me as someone who doesn't eat meat, whether I'm vegan or not, to try this because it's got 18 grams of protein per serving. I thought this was horrendous. I think it's maybe a texture thing. The taste wasn't good. It was kind of cardboardy, which is kind of sad because it would be a nice snack or easy go-to breakfast. You might like it. My flatmate likes it. I think it's horrendous, but I'm glad I tried it and it's cool that it's vegan. And then finally, to end on a high note, push the cereal out of the way, this milk, I say holding up a packet of powder. I keep getting adverts for it online and it's probably because I've clicked on it a lot. It's basically just powder that you mix with milk, because oat milk is like 97% water anyway, and it's still got the fortified vitamins and it's vegan and gluten free. I was really skeptical, but my flatmate and I went halfers on like the smallest one they had and it was like £3.50 each. So we were like, at worst, we've tried it out. It's not good. It's only £3.50. But this is like our new thing, like it's really good. It's powder, you shake it up with water and then you put it in the fridge, or you mix the powder like directly into your tea, which my flatmate said isn't the best, but it's so easy to just make oat milk. It stores for a lot longer, there's a lot less packaging. I should be the spokesperson for this brand. I was so skeptical and I love it, and I don't think I'd ever go back to normal oat milk. So take from that what you will, but I think if I wasn't doing this vegan journey, I might not have found out about some of these really good products. Which then takes me on to the point of, well, it doesn't matter because the week's up and I would be going back. I think I might stay vegan, which I really didn't see coming. I genuinely went into it thinking I'm going to do a week for funsies just to see how difficult it would be. I think after a week, one of the main things I've noticed is my skin has cleared up a lot. I genuinely haven't seen my face without a blemish for years. Like there's always something going on, and I just always like assumed it was hormonal and that I couldn't do anything about it. but I've still got spots. I'm wearing makeup now. I don't know how, like, you can kind of see through my makeup, but they're genuinely getting a lot better, and I haven't had any new spots pop up in this week. I know it's only been a week and it might be a coincidence, but I think it is noteworthy. So I think I'm going to continue being vegan, even just to see if it clears up my skin. Also, obviously, for the animals and the environment. I don't mean to be like, I just want to look good. I will say, even though it's technically been a week since I embarked on this vegan journey, I did slip up once. I have loads of tins of Heinz soup. I say loads, I have 3. And I kind of just went to the cupboard, automatically opened one, poured it into a bowl, and then it hit me that it definitely has milk powder in. So at that point, I hadn't eaten any of it yet, but I figured, for me personally, it felt worse to waste food than it did to, like, not be vegan for one meal. So I'm just putting that out there. Some people might think differently, but for me it wasn't that big of a deal. If it was like a slab of chicken, I probably wouldn't eat it because I'd be put off, but I knew my flatmate couldn't have it because it had milk in it. I can tolerate milk. I just wasn't for being vegan, but I'll still do more than a week anyway because I just want to see what it's like to be vegan. Thank you for watching this experiment, which might have changed my whole dietary preference, which is kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen.